In January of 2022, I made the big leap of moving from London, England to Saskatchewan in Canada. In this video, I'm going to tell you 5 things that shocked me the most about Canada. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So first of all, one of the things that shocked me, and something I kind of knew already but didn't fully put into perspective, is just how huge Canada is. Getting around can take lots of time, and in most cases you either need to drive for hours or fly there. Canada is such a beautiful country, but if you want to see the whole country, it's going to take you a very long time to do so. Of course, having this space is also a positive thing, so in a way this is by no means a negative thing about the country, however something that just shocked me a little bit. And a quick tip, it may be worth just making sure you tell your friends and family this before they come and visit you, because I've had it where I've heard people where they've flown to Toronto and they think that actually they can just drive to Saskatchewan in a few hours, and that drive is 24 hours, and that includes going through the US and through all the different provinces in Canada. And if you wanted to take the other route where you don't go through the States, well, that's 36 hours. So when you think about it, it is huge. So the second thing that really shocked me about Canada is just how expensive some things are. Now, don't get me wrong, I knew that Canada is not the cheapest country to live in. However, there are some things that for me is just mind-blowing expensive. Now, the first thing when I think of this is the obvious things like phone bills. Now, in the UK, I paid £20 a month and I had unlimited everything. Here in Saskatchewan, I pay $60 for only 15GB of data and calls and texts. And that's a pretty good bargain compared to the other deals that are available, particularly in Saskatchewan. Another thing that really shocked me was just how much grocery store shopping is. Now in the UK, we're quite lucky. We have things like Aldi and Lidl, and in Canada you do have No Frills and Walmart. However, they are just nowhere near as cheap as what it is in the UK. Now, this is no discredit to Canada because other things are cheaper. However, every single time I go to pay for my groceries, I am just mind blown by how expensive it is. And even though I'm living in Canada, for some reason I just can't get this Britishness out of me where I'm still like, this is so expensive. And yeah, hopefully that will change within time. But one thing that pretty shocked me about Canada. So this leads me to number 3, which is that the price is not the same as what you would pay at the store. Now, you may be asking, what do you mean by that? Well, let me tell you. In countries like the UK and the EU, VAT is added on before you get to the till. In Canada, and I think the US as well, this is very different. So say for example, I'm buying something for $1, and that's what it says at the store. That doesn't include your provincial sales tax and your goods and services tax. This means that when you get to the till, that $1 actually costs you more than that because the tax is added on at the end. Now, this is something which I'm not particularly good at because my maths is not so great and sometimes I just forget. So I'm quite lucky in the sense that we pay by card now a lot, but if we were still paying cash, then I will still be confused all the time when it comes to paying for things. And just knowing what you're gonna pay is something I really miss about living in the UK. How can you make any video about Canada with not talking about just how cold it is? And when I say cold, I mean it is astonishingly freezing, especially where I live in Saskatchewan, where quite regularly the winter gets to minus 40 degrees. That means going outside your house is a real struggle because it is so cold. Now, without being too negative here, I think it's important to mention that you do gradually become accustomed to the winter here, and it is something that I've kind of started to get used to. However, that doesn't mean I like it. However, to give some comfort, I don't think many Canadians like the winter as well. So in that sense, we're all in this together. Don't be like me and almost get stuck in a snowbank in your first real drive in Canada, because you're going to either have to shovel your way out, which is not easy, or get a tow truck, something I wouldn't recommend anybody doing. So my final thing that really shocked me about Canada, and I guess this is more specific to Saskatchewan, is just how much more relaxed things are, and I mean this in a really positive way. While I loved working in the UK and London specifically, it has such a fast-paced way of life, and when I came here, everything was just such a slower pace, and to be honest, I love that. Things can get done, but it's kind of like things get done when they're done, where I feel like in London, things need to get done on a much quicker level. Now, being British, this is something that has kind of taken me a little bit to get used to. However, I do think it is a real positive thing and really makes me think about some of the more better things in life that isn't just work. And I guess thinking about this is really enabled me to have a better work-life balance, and that's not to say I didn't have a good work-life balance in the UK. However, my work-life balance is just, and I think it's just because I've got more time on my hands to do more things like making videos. So there we have it. There's 5 things that shocked me about Canada. If you've ever been to Canada, or if you live in Canada, or if you have recently moved to Canada, what shocks you the most? Please let me know in the comments down below. I would truly love to hear your thoughts on this, because these are just my opinions and what you say is probably going to be different to what I'm thinking here. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up to help that algorithm, and if you want to see more content about Canada, then feel free to hit that subscribe button. My name is Jack. I recently moved to Canada, and the reason why I made this channel is because I want to make content for other people who are in a similar situation to me, or people who want to know what life is like in Canada. So with that said, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.
It all points right to that. I set myself aside.